Versus Adrian Hernandez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris-Sadel.
Defense.
Melissa Christian for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged by indictment with evading arrest detention with a vehicle as a third-degree felony?
Yes, ma'am.
Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand that the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to go over this plea bargain agreement with you in great detail so everybody can understand and you can understand what the plea bargain agreement is. So according to the plea bargain agreement, the state is in favor of your application for community supervision. Do you understand that? They are opposed to your application for deferred adjudication. Do you understand that? Now, if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, you understand that I determine the length of probation. Do you understand that? Now, if I do not grant your application for deferred adjudication, the state is asking that your punishment be assessed at a cap of 6 years in the prison. So what that means is they have agreed that if I grant you community supervision, the state can argue that your underlying be 6 years, which would mean that if you were revoked, the court could sentence you only up to 6 years in prison. Do you understand? Your attorney can argue, if I don't grant your application for deferred adjudication, your attorney can argue that your underlying be 2 years. And if I were to go along with giving you probation and not deferred adjudication, then if I follow what your attorney will be asking for, that would mean that the most I could sentence you to would be 2 years in prison if a motion to revoke were filed. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Also, they're taking in consideration NIGHTMAG number 756916, 756919, and there's to be restitution, if any, and NIGHTMAG number 756916 to Gustavo Perez. Did you understand that to be your plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you understand my explanation of your plea bargain agreement? Any confusion? Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision or deferred adjudication be for a term of 6 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation and 200 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Do you wish to proceed with sentencing?
Yes.
State, you are opposed to the defendant's application for deferred adjudication?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. The court will hear argument with regards to that from the state.
Well, Mr. Hernandez's juvenile history is not exactly encouraging, and his insistence on proceeding with the court's determination this afternoon rather than waiting for a full PSI or TAP evaluation seems to reinforce the impression that he is prone to rash and potentially self-destructive decisions. That does not seem to send a good signal that he will do well on deferred adjudication and arguably shouldn't be placed on it to begin with.
All right. And we'll do this one step at a time. So defense with regards to his application for deferred adjudication.
Sure, Judge. Mr. Hernandez is 18 years old. He lives with his grandmother. He has a history of working for some fast food services. He made it to the 9th grade. He does not have a high school diploma or a GED. However, I believe that this is Mr. Hernandez's very first felony that he has been arrested for. He is in a position where being granted deferred would be something that would be beneficial to him. The court could put any of the restrictions or any conditions on that deferred that the court wanted, and he understands that he is eligible up to the full range of punishment should he mess up on his deferred. So I think that gives him a great deal of incentive if the court wanted to require, for example, a GED, require the community service hours as the state has recommended. And with that hammer over his head that he is subject to the full range of punishment, should he not be able to complete it successfully. And that's why we think a deferred for this 18-year-old first-time offender in the felony system would be appropriate.
All right. And then I read in the stipulations that this vehicle was stolen.
The vehicle was stolen.
Do you wish to say anything?
Yes, ma'am. I just want to say that I'm sorry for all the actions and the choices that I did. I am currently working on my GED in here. I'm trying to.
Why does it take being in custody to work on your GED? Why didn't you work on your GED when you were in the free world?
I was actually going to school. I was at school, like I was doing online classes.
So why are you in a stolen vehicle?
Just made the wrong decision.
Why are you making wrong decisions?
I don't know.
All right. So this stolen vehicle, did you have a key to it, or did you break the ignition?
I have the key to it
And where did you get the key?
from the car.
All right. So you're saying that there was a vehicle just parked wherever with the key in the ignition? So you're saying the steering column wasn't damaged at all? So why would you take a vehicle that doesn't belong to you?
Because the choices that I made, and I deeply regret it.
Do you deeply regret it, or you deeply regret getting caught?
Deeply regret it.
Right.
Because I know how it feels from someone to take from me.
Then why are you taking?
Just for doing dumb decisions.
And then you're speeding away from the police, and then you have an accident in the vehicle. It says that you were driving at unsafe speeds, disregarding red traffic lights, and traveling on the wrong side of the road. Do you know somebody could have been killed with the way you were driving? And who was all in the vehicle with you? Or was it just you by yourself?
Just me.
And where are your parents?
Mom, my dad, they live out of town.
So what, you're just here in the world by yourself?
No, ma'am.
All right, who do you live with?
Grandma.
All right, does your grandmother want you living with her?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you picked up the phone and asked her? Did you say, grandmother, may I live with you?
She's present in the courtroom.
All right. Well, I would like to hear from her. State, do you have any questions for him?
Plenty, Your Honor, but it's already past 5 o'clock.
Oh, if you have questions, you may ask him.
Mr. Hernandez, you say that you regret what you characterize as your dumb decisions. At what point did you come to believe that they were dumb decisions?
When I did it.
You believe that they were dumb decisions while you were acting them out,
Yes, sir.
and yet you did them, even thinking at the time that they were dumb.
Yes, sir.
Then why did you do them?
This is the choices that I made. Regret it.
So you did them because they were the choices that you made?
Did it because I don't know.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I did it because I don't know.
So really, you don't know why you did it. You just did it. Those are the only questions I have, Your Honor.
All right, any other questions?
I don't have any questions for Mr. Hernandez, but we can bring up his grandmother if you
Yes.
would like. Could you come forward?
Hello, can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Hernandez, how are you related to Adrian?
That's my grandson.
Okay, and is he the only grandson you have living with you or grandchild living with you?
Yes.
Okay, and how long has he been living with you?
couple of months.
Right? And before that, where did he live?
He used to live with his mom, his parents.
Okay. And what happened to the parents?
They live out of town.
So they moved and he wanted to stay?
Yes, they don't, he doesn't get along with his stepdad. that
Okay.
well.
All right. And so did you volunteer to let him live with you?
Yes,
Okay. So he's living with you and with your permission.
yes.
All right. And the court is making a decision, as you and I discussed, about the different types of probation, what to put him on. Would you be willing to help Adrian with making any appointments or anything that he needs to accomplish on the probation that the judge sees fit to award?
Yes,
Would you like to see him get a job?
yes. And finish his education.
Okay. And you think that would be helpful to him?
Yes,
Okay. We'll pass the witness, Judge.
Any questions?
yes,
You love your grandson.
yes, I do.
You described him as not a bad person. Is that right?
Yes,
That would mean that you think that he is a good person. Is that right?
yes. You don't have to be a bad person just because you did something wrong. It is not considered you as a bad person.
Fair
I
enough.
don't think so.
But
He does have a good heart.
can you be a good person while you do bad things?
No,
So was your grandson doing a good thing when he operated a stolen vehicle?
of course not.
Was he doing a
It's
good
like he
thing?
did it that twice. That's what he did.
Was he doing a good thing when he was using that stolen vehicle to flee from the police and endangering the public in the process? Was he doing a good thing when he ran on foot from the police and tried to hide evidence of other crimes?
Maybe he panicked. That's why he took off so fast away from the cops.
Ma'am, I didn't ask if he might have
You
panicked.
asked me
I
that
asked,
question before. I'm trying to answer it.
I asked if he was a good person while doing these bad things.
No,
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else?
No, Judge.
All right. So there's something I want you to understand.
okay.
I understand that's your grandson, but guess what? Other parents or other grandparents who come before me,
Yes, ma'am.
if they were to say that their child was hanging around the wrong person or was experiencing bad influences from other people, and if I were to ask him, well, who would that be? You know who they would say? Your grandson. Everybody thinks that their child is the one who's impacted by bad influences, that they're great. But what I need parents and grandparents to do is to take off the rose-colored glasses. You can still love your grandchild, you can still love your children, but you need to see them for who they are.
Oh, I know.
All of us are continually trying to improve our life, right?
Right.
And to be better people. So he's at a stage in his life that he's not living up to his potential. Do you understand?
Mhm.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in.
Okay. Have a blessed day.
All right. Thank you. You too. All right. So do you have any children?
No, ma'am. Not that I know of.
What do you mean? Not that you know of. It's possible, but you just don't know.
Yes.
All right. Have you ever used any drugs? Marijuana? I'm sorry,
Yes, ma'am.
alcohol? This is what the court is going to do. Court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. I'm going to ask for the MRT. Take in consideration night mag number 756916, 756919. There should be restitution, if any, to Gustavo Perez, and night bank number 756916. 200 hours of community service restitution, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, field visits 1 time per month for 4 months. There's going to be full GPS. I'll ask that the fees be waived. You're going to obtain your GED or go to someone's trade school, and you're going to go to ISF, and you're going to remain in custody until transfer to ISF. And at ISF, they'll help you get your GED. Do you understand?
So what am I getting again?
You're going to remain in custody. You're going to get transferred to ISF Cognitive. Once you've completed that, you will be allowed to live with your grandmother. And I'll place in here, he's to reside with his grandmother. And defense, if you'll make sure probation has that address.
You too, Judge. I believe he's asking whether he got deferred or regular
You
probation.
got regular probation. And part of the reason why you received regular probation is because of the testimony that I heard and also because of your criminal history. All right, we can go off the record. You are just going to have to make a decision on what you want to do with your life. Either you're going to spend the rest of your life in and out of prison, in which case, guess what? The state of Texas can accommodate you. There is always money in a budget to add more prisons. Your counsel will tell you that. There is always money in the budget to say, you know what? Prison's just going to be overcrowded. Nobody's going to release you from prison because they say, oh, we have 4 people in a cell. They're just going to put you in a cell with 4 people. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're at a crossroads in your life. You're still young. You still can decide to do what's right. You understand? And as a side note, you are not ready to have children in your life. You're just not ready. So don't ever come before another judge saying, I may have some children, I may not, I don't know. You need to make sure that you know.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand? And this court communication is key to be successful on probation. When you go to ISF, sit and think about everything that you've done in your life that got you to the point that you are at. Your defense attorney didn't get you to this point. The state didn't get you to this point. You got yourself to this point. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you. Okay. And are you Mr. Hernandez? All right, you entered a plea into each one of these cause numbers. Cause number 2025 CR 011020. According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. There's no application for community supervision. The state is opposed to your deferred adjudication. And then in cause number 2025 CR 011311C, according to your plea bargain agreement in that cause, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 12 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. The state is opposed to your application for deferred adjudication. All cases are running concurrently. Defense, any witnesses?
We do, Judge.
All right, you may call your first witness.
We would call Mr. Hernandez's mother. You're up against the counter.
Hello.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi. Could you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Savannah McGaha,
All right, I'm sorry.
Savannah, Rebecca McGaha,
Could you spell your last name for the court reporter?
McGaha.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Mrs. McGaha, how are you related to Adrian Isaac Hernandez?
I'm his mom,
Okay. And how old is he?
19.
Okay. And could you tell the court where you live
I live in Smiley, Texas,
and what county is that in?
in Gonzales,
Of that town?
in between, I think, like 500. I mean, it's a small town, nothing's there.
Okay.
Like 2 schools and a Dollar General.
Okay. And if the court were to grant probation to your son, is that where he would be living?
Yes,
Okay. And there's a school there for him to attend?
yes.
Okay. And could you tell the court why you believe that Adrian should be on probation?
This ain't an eye opener. I'll be the first to ask. I've been praying hard, and with my faith and his faith, I mean, we've been just striving a long road. But I know God is good. And I got my family all in church with prayer and faith. And I got my mom home with me too. So and I could also change. So I'm learning new things too. But they're all going. We have actually a lot of our families together still, and peace. I'm missing peace.
So, Mrs. McGaha, the court's going to want to know how it is that Adrian kind of fell off the path and how you're going to get him back on the path.
Well, I have a day and night with me and my husband, and I always take him. That's why I work at night, so I can take appointments for all my kids. So I can deal with that part in the morning if needed. Finances, I know how we're able to finance if we need help with that. There's people that can help us if needed. On finance wise, or I do try to do overtime so that I can achieve those funds to be able to put that there as well. And then the church has been very helpful and helping us with our children, as well as the school that my children are in, with support and helping us with organizations outside of school to get them in right structure with speech, or any things that they're needing for their health issues or mental states as well.
And was your son in special classes?
Yeah,
Okay. Is that a 504 designation? Do you
that
know?
was one of them. And he did have also behavior from his ADHD and stuff like that.
Okay. And how high did he get in school?
Well, he repeated ninth grade for a good minute, but they ended up passing him through to 10th grade, but that was the last of it. But they only found record here when he was trying to go for GED only for the 7th grade. So we would have to find a way again, which is very possible, to be able to do so.
And you're willing to do whatever it takes to get him back on track educationally?
Yeah, I mean, I have been, and I haven't let go yet.
No further questions, Judge.
Thank you so much for giving me some insight into your son.
Okay.
All right, call your next witness.
We would call Mr. Magaha.
Morning. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so I can hear and the court reporter can hear. If you'll state your name for the record.
Steven Magaha.
All right, defense, you may proceed.
Mr. Magaha, how are you related to Adrian Isaac Hernandez?
I'm his stepdad, but I've been in his life since he was around 2.
Okay. And just to cut to the chase, Mr. Magaha, you know that we are here because he has picked up some felony offenses and he has a motion to revoke his felony probation, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the question before the court is, what is going to be different this time if the court would to give him probation and put him on deferred adjudication? What can you assure this court that's going to be different this time to keep him out of trouble?
Well, he's coming back home.
Okay.
And I run a very, very strong household, and he has completed probation when he was staying with us too. And when he did do that, he was living with us.
Okay, so you're talking about some of the priors that he's had.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the court has a whole list of those, and a number of those were dismissed or rejected, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And did he complete a couple of deferred adjudication probations under your watch?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and are you willing to do whatever it takes to keep him on the straight and narrow should the court grant him one more opportunity to try and behave on one of her probations?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there anything that you would like to tell the court that you know is going to be different this time to guarantee or for the court that he's going to be able to be successful?
I mean, he has been successful with me because I do see him, because that is my son. So he does listen to me a lot. And like I said before, when he was staying with us and with me, he did. He had a couple of little hiccups, but he was very, very successful when he was at home. So if he does come out, then he'll be coming home. Because I run a very, very tight ship, especially with all of my kids.
What kind of work do you do, Mr.
I am a farmhand.
Okay. And would you be able to get Adrian some work?
Yes, ma'am, I would.
And would you be able to make sure that he makes all of his appointments and that he gets back on track educationally?
Yes, ma'am. And then on top of that, I'm getting my wife her own vehicle upcoming soon. So she'll be having that. And then I'll be having my truck. So, and then I'll have my work truck too.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell the court?
My son, when he is home, he is very, very successful, especially when I am there. I am very, very stern with him. You can even ask him. he listens to me a lot more because I guess I just have that dad figure for him, that father figure.
Mhm.
And I really do want my son home. If he comes home, I guarantee he'll more 90%, almost 100% that he will be successful.
I appreciate you coming in to testify.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Call your next witness.
We have no further witnesses.
All right. All right. Then let me call this cause number because I see that there were not pleas entered, and it's the motion to revoke. All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 007176. Mr. Hernandez, I'm going to show you what's entitled the motion to revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Adrian Isaac Hernandez who was placed on community supervision in 2024 CR 007176 for the offense of evading arrest or detention with a vehicle on August 5th, 2024 for a term of 8 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state, you may proceed.
Violation of condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Adrian Isaac Hernandez, did then and there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the month of May of 2025 in violation of conditions.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
We'll waive the gun in there.
Any objections to the waivers?
No objections.
Did you understand by pleading through the violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 6 years in the prison?
Yes.
Knowing that, you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. All right, state.
Judge, so we are asking that you deny all of his applications and sentence 12 years in the prison and the aggravated robbery cases, and then 5 years in the prison on the collision case. Your Honor, I do appreciate in reviewing the PSI that this defendant did somewhat take responsibility for his actions, and he did enter into a plea, and his role was taken into account in the plea bargain. That's why he was given a top 12 post, because he took responsibility and because he's not the person that had the firearm. And the evidence that was stipulated to, he's acting with 2 co-defendants, and they were engaging in burglary of vehicles and local businesses in San Antonio over on the far west side. And basically they were going and pulling door handles and seeing what they could get into. And an uninvolved innocent bystander tells him to, hey, knock it off. And his co-defendant points a gun in that person's face and tells him to get the fuck out of here while he is receiving property from the other co-defendant. Your Honor, he was already on felony probation, and this court has given him an opportunity to rehabilitate himself and be a productive member of society. And he has failed to do that. And if the court were to grant his applications, he would fail to do it again. And then also in the collision case, he's driving recklessly, crashes into somebody, causes them an injury, and then he doesn't turn himself in for any of this. SAP has to go and get him out of his house. So he can take responsibility in that regard, but in the PSI he did, which I appreciate. But we are asking you to deny his applications and send it to 12 years.
All right.
Judge, I think that the state has actually hit the nail on the head. He is extremely remorseful, and I think that the court can see that in the PSI, which is kind of unusual. You don't really see that level of remorse or taking responsibility for actions in my experience anyway, in these PSIs. I think this has been a tremendous wake-up call. I think that the family has rallied and is stepping up to take some responsibility to make sure that he can stay on the path. He has definitely gotten off the path. There were definitely people that were hurt as a result of his actions. He is very sorry for that. I think that he has had a bad time in jail, and I think that this has shown him that he cannot go down this path, that he cannot be with these types of people. He needs to live in his Smiley, Texas, with a population of 500 and get his GED and go to classes and get a trade and go to work and stay on the straight and narrow. And I think he needs his dad, who appears to be a very strong father figure, to be in his life and to keep him on the straight and narrow and make him a productive citizen. And I know the court will have a number of programs and things to assist him with that. And I think that he is receptive to all of that. And so we are asking the court to grant his deferred adjudication and to run it concurrently and to keep him on probation in his evading case. And in the alternative, Judge, then we're asking for the lowest possible sentence that the court could deliver.
All right, Mr. Hernandez, I want you to know that I've heard all of the testimony. I've internalized everything that has been said. I just don't think that you're a good candidate for probation. So in cause number 2024 CR 007176, the court will revoke. The court is finding for true. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with Gustavo Perez. This is to run concurrent with 2025 CR 011020, 2025 CR 011311C, 2025 CR 011309A. Our request to the therapeutic community, and there's to be no residing with minors. And cause number 2025 CR 011309A. Court is going to deny your motion. Court will find you guilty. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's a $2,000 fine. Time and money will run concurrently. Court will sentence you to 12 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. Restitution, if any. There's to be no contact with Lincoln Gage Mertens, Oscar Carvajal Jr. Anything else with regards to sentencing under that cause number?
No, I don't believe so.
And cause number 2025 CR 011311C. The court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 12 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. This will run concurrent with 2024 CR 007176. There's to be restitution, if any, to Paul Hike. And cause number 2025 CR 011020. Court will find you guilty. Court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. This will run concurrent with 2024 CR 007176. 2025 CR 011020, 2025 CR 011309A. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I know it's a lot of time and you're very young. When you go to prison, do not become institutionalized. Go there, keep your head down, try to get your degree. I will tell you, I've had clients before, and the best certification you can get, it may have changed, is welding. Because with welding, they get paid a lot of money. It'll be something that you'll be able to support yourself on, okay? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
I need the reset. Okay, I'm sorry, the dismissals for you.
They shook up a neighborhood yesterday. SAPD has now identified the 3 suspected car burglars that officers took into custody last night. Adrian Isaac Hernandez and Oscar Carvajal, who are both 19, and 18-year-old Lincoln Gage Mertens.
Police say that they were caught trying to break into a car Thursday morning on the west side, and then later found to be the same people from an earlier robbery about 6 a.m.
Yeah, when officers arrived, the suspects ran from the scene, began a police chase, where they were led to a home on Westland Drive. Hernandez, who we do not have a mugshot for, and Carvajal in that home and were arrested. Mertens in a second stolen car and taken into custody near the intersection of Bronco Lane and Spur Drive. According to Bexar County Jail records, Mertens is facing 6 charges for a combined bond of $155,000. Those charges include aggravated robbery, vehicle burglary, evading arrest with a vehicle, unlawfully carrying a weapon, tampering with evidence, and theft of property.
Meanwhile, Oscar Carvajal is charged with aggravated robbery. Adrian Hernandez faces that same charge, plus vehicle burglary and the intent to give false information. He was also wanted on an unrelated evading arrest charge from March of 2024.